Welcome to Shorr Solutions, the podcast, and I'm your host, Jay Shorr, CEO and founder of Shorr Solutions. We are a team of national and award-winning practice management consultants with experience running a multi-million-dollar cosmetic dermatology and plastic surgery practice. We're here to share strategies and insights that will help you grow your practice efficiently and profitably. In each episode, we'll explore the steps and actionable insights to guide you through your journey to increase efficiency, boost revenue, and decrease costs. Tune in and discover how to improve your patient experience and take your aesthetic practice to the next level. Welcome to another episode of Shorr Solutions, the podcast, episode number 127, and I'm your host, Jay Shorr. Today, we're going to speak about locking in top talent without actually locking them in. So what does that really mean? Well, we want to make sure that we get the best talent in order to retain them, in order to keep them going and not having to continually look for HR. Isn't that the worst thing that's happening in our businesses right now? Everywhere I go, everybody I speak to tells me the same thing. We cannot keep, or we cannot even get great talent. I have some solutions. So why is staff retention so crucial? If you think about the disruption that it creates for your and our businesses, number one, lost productivity and morale. When you lose a crucial member of your team, so who is the crucial member of your team? Everybody. Because otherwise, why would you have even had them? Each person has their own talents, and we have to make sure that we're able to keep those talents because we lose productivity when another person leaves, and the morale. The team doesn't like it because they have to do more. Maybe it was their friend, and there is an exceptionally high cost of turnover. So what is that high cost of turnover? Well, when we lecture, we share that having to replace a staff member costs approximately 25% of an annual salary. So how do you come up with that number, Jay? Very easy. It takes approximately, and I say approximately, 3 months before you can actually feel comfortable with somebody that's answering your phone or working as an MA or a scribe or any position in your office. And 3 months is 25% of the year, and therefore it's 25% of the salary. It is also a disruption to patient care. How many times a patient comes in and they see a new front desk director of first impressions? They see a new medical assistant. They see a new staffer, whether it's an injector. Not necessarily physicians, because under contract and they stay a while. So it is a disruption because a patient may have a certain affinity, a positive affinity to certain team members. I know in my former practice, I used to have patients come in and say, may I see this one and may I see that one? And they used to love walking in and seeing the other person. Now, understanding what top talent wants, they want work-life balance. All work and no play makes people a dull person. This is what the old adage expression was. So today they want work-life balance. They want to know they can spend time with family. They know that they can spend time at a gym. They know that they can have healthy meals. They want to know that they can go to a book club. My work-life balance is golf and hockey games. My wife and I love to do that. I plan my personal life and my personal schedule around my work-life balance of golf and hockey. Now, competitive compensation, yes, that's always important because top talent always wants to be compensated for the value that they feel that they place into your practice. Be competitive. Try not to be the lowest in the area because one thing I will assure you, people will leave you for 25 or 50 cents an hour. Pay is important. It's not always the number one incentive. It's a major incentive. Career development is a major incentive. I hear every time we're hiring for a director of first impressions or a practice manager or a practice administrator or an injector, my first question that I ask them, why are you leaving? Why are you consider leaving? And their answer to me is, I'm stuck. This is the furthest that I can go, and I like career development. My next question is, well, what does that really mean? Because it may not be available at your location either, but hopefully it is. And positive work environment, respect. We talked about that in episode number 126. All right, all the no talent ideas that it takes to keep and gain respect of people, positive work environment. Yes, it's a very serious work environment, but it's a positive work environment. And we allow our people to know that we like to have fun as long as we don't do anything illegal, unethical, and immoral. So, how do we start this? The first thing we have to do is create a strong onboarding process. Now, let's talk about what recruitment really is. So, first, in order to gain great people, I don't want good people, I want great people. And great people, as long as they're great at what they do. All right. It's the recruiting, it's the interviewing, it's the hiring, it's the training, it's the incentivization, it's the retention. Look at all the steps in creating a good, strong onboarding process directly after we hire them, because first impressions matter. Create a strong onboarding process. How many times do you interview somebody and they look like they just came from the gym? They just came from a 5K run and they didn't take it seriously enough when they want to have an interview with you. Welcome and support new hires. Just don't throw them into the chair and say, here, go to work. This is where the bathroom is. This is where the computers are. Welcome them, support them. Let the other members of your team support them as well. But, some people don't like that word, but they like the word and set clear expectations right from the start. So this is never, I didn't know that. It was not in my job description. Don't ever onboard anybody without a strong job description, because we have to know that at a minimum, ladies and gentlemen, a job description is at a minimum what their job functions are supposed to do, and as designated other duties as assigned. Because if we don't set the clear expectation right from the beginning, how are we ever going to meet it?
Let's take a quick break. Hiring the right staff, streamlining your onboarding process, handling performance evaluations, and managing disciplinary actions can feel overwhelming. Managing HR without the right tools and strategies in place adds even more stress. Simplifying HR management and reduce the burden with our 12-week HR training program, where you'll receive step-by-step guidance tailored to your practice's needs. We don't just provide theoretical knowledge, we'll equip you with practical tools and actionable strategies you can implement immediately. You'll learn by doing, not just listening. If you're ready to create a thriving work environment for your team, schedule a free consult with our team to get started today.
Now, don't make the mistake of starting someone in their role prior to proper training. That is setting yourself up for 100% failure. And I know we do it all the time. This person left, there's nobody to answer the phone, you have an ill-trained person, you finally be able to get fresh blood, you're happy, but you know what? They're not speaking the same language. Speaking the same language as you do is very, very important. So don't make that mistake. And I say it is a mistake to do that. Training, training, training. What should that training be? The 3 C's of training, like Jay has always said. The training must be clear, the training must be concise, and the training must be consistent. I know you've heard CCC, clear, concise, consistent, if you've ever listened to any of my lectures, but what does that really mean? Clear. My expectations are very well understood, line by line, and they have to be concise. Not only is it clear, it's in a language that I understand. It has to be concise. It details each type of an item that must be done. And throughout your training process, that must be consistent. Don't jump and say, well, I don't have time today. Do you know that you have to train new staff members on HIPAA and OSHA as soon as you hire them, not when the annual training comes out? And what do I hear from people? Ain't got time for that. No, you have to make the time. And if you don't know how to get it done, hire consultants like us. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but we'll do a personalized recorded session on HIPAA and OSHA. You keep it in your archives. And when a new team member comes on, you sit them in a room and you say, watch this for 2 hours and we can train you and we can document that you've gone through it. It's clear, it's concise, and it's consistent. Now, teach your mission statement. And if you don't have a mission statement, create one. So, what is a mission statement? A mission statement is a dialogue that you want to share with your team and share to the public that describes you and your professionalism. And make sure that everyone on your team knows it and repeats it at every staff meeting. I recall in my former practice, before we started each meeting, we used to recite it. The mission statement shares what each and every item of your business really is. It really makes it a little bit more professional. And how to handle conflict amongst team members. And there will be conflict amongst team members. I loved the fact in my prior practice that I really didn't have to get involved very much with conflict because our team policed their own because they had such a good work environment, they didn't want to spoil it. Create an open and an honest line of communication, have an open door policy. Now, if somebody reports to somebody other than you and somebody comes into you and wants to speak, ask them first, have you spoken with your first line supervisor or manager? Do not get involved and override your supervisor or manager without them having had the opportunity to resolve that conflict. Listen to both sides of the story and avoid the, well, I said, he said, she said. That gets nowhere except people walking out of that meeting all feeling unhappy. And when you do have conflict between members of your team, stay on track. And don't revert to things that happened 3 months ago. Hopefully, 3 months ago, that conflict should already have been resolved. So, what do? We work on the issue of today. But most importantly, we have to track where that drama even comes from. Because you may think you know, but you don't know. Create respect and serve as a role model. Show. Don't just tell what you expect from people, because your team members should respect you. And more importantly, you should respect them. Every lecture that I give, when I share how happy I am to be there, but not only am I happy to be there, but I'm so happy that you're there. And finally, conduct regular employee performance reviews. Most people don't do this on a regular basis. I and our team actually have reviews one-on-one all the time. It may not be a formal, written, documented review, but we share what's going on with every team member, with every client. It's a kind of a performance review, and I like to share with them what their opportunities for improvement are. A performance review doesn't necessarily have to come with financial remuneration. Most people think it does. I would suggest that maybe you do a couple performance reviews in a year. One is for their current and existing performance without financial remuneration or a raise. And the second one is after you've given them the opportunity for improvement without not giving them the raise because they didn't improve to your satisfaction from the first time. Example. Did you ever not know what you were going to get on your report card in elementary, middle, or high school, or what your transcript was going to look like in your collegiate years? Did you ever not know what those grades were going to be? I don't mean between a B minus and a B or a B plus and an A minus. I mean, you didn't know that you were getting a D or an F. You thought you were getting a B or a C. All right. Report cards are performance reviews. Really, what matters most is the last one. The first one or two or the first three are merely nothing more than the opportunity to know where you haven't excelled and the opportunity to improve. So I really suggest that you go over these performance reviews with your team interimly to allow them to know what opportunities lie ahead for them. So when it does come time for the financial remuneration, you've given them every trick and tool in the trade to be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sharing another part of your day with me on episode number 127, Shorr Solutions, the podcast, locking in top talent without actually locking them in.
Good luck. God bless.
Don't go anywhere just yet. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the latest insights. New episodes are released every 2 weeks. For more valuable information and resources to elevate your practice, sign up for our e-newsletter. You'll get the latest industry updates, expert tips, and exclusive strategies straight to your inbox. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media at Shorr Solutions. If you're ready to take your practice to the next level, schedule a free consult with our team today. Thank you for joining us on Shorr Solutions, the podcast.